Welcome, guys, to episode number 1 of Calamity Town on the PlayMindcrack server, which will be the spiritual successor to the Wasteland village I made in Season 3 of the Mindcrack server. So, if you're not aware, we are on the PlayMindcrack server, which is our multiplayer server, which has a number of mini games and other time wasters and fun little things to do. And if you've never been here, I'll do a brief little rundown of what the place is all about and what there is to do and see. If you want to get to the PlayMindcrack server, you put in the address bar us.playmindcrack.com. And you can also go to playmindcrack.com if you'd like any more information about the server. There's also some tutorials for the different game modes if you'd like to watch those. Now, when you load in right here, and I recommend that when it asks you to download the resource pack for the server, say yes. Because what you're going to get a number of custom textures like this. This painting right here, which will give you instructions of what things are, and a map, for instance, over here, how to get around, and also some custom audio files for when you talk to the NPCs. It's very important, so be sure to do that. Now, when you come here, you can see a map of the town. Everything in green is a game. We've got Power Juice. We've got Mindcrack Survival Games, which is survival games where the maps are taken from the various seasons of Mindcrack. We've got King of the Golden Monocle. We've got Dwarves vs. Zombies. We've got Barnyard Blitz. We have a number of others currently in development, which will be out in time. There's also a bank here where you can store your stuff. In blue, we've got a number of NPCs. Big Al, PD, the Blacksmith, the Masked Man. They will sell you fun little items. We'll get into that in a little bit. We'll go see the Blacksmith and see what he has to sell. There's also the museum here, the Mindcrack Museum. And what this is copies of Mindcrack Season 1, 2, 3, 4. Season 1 was Good's first single player. Season 2 was the first multiplayer server for Mindcrack. Season 3 was where I joined and built the lens. Season 4 is the one we're on right now. And if you'd like to just wander around and look at any of the stuff that was built in any of those time periods, you can do that at the museum over there. Then there's also some houses here, which is going to be the focus for the vast bulk of this series. We'll get into that in a little bit. First, let's go say hello to the Blacksmith so I can just show you really quickly what the NPCs do. Press Shift on those pressure plates, by the way. To do that, there's a little custom painting in the texture pack that tells you to press Shift. This is Foul Nor the Blacksmith. Now, this is where the resource pack you download really shines. Listen to this.
What can an old smith like me do for you?
That's right, custom audio, custom voiceovers. So you can see right here, this is his shop. He can smelt gold for 16 pennies, 5 gold for 80 pennies. He's got a piggy bank you can buy. Then there's Groovy Slippers, if you need to get your groove on, little laddie. Then there's Power Sneakers, makes you go faster kind of thing. Slam Jams and Pegasus Boots. Now, those are for gold, and you get gold from pennies. How do you get pennies? You get pennies from doing one of two things. You can either play the different games, and depending on how well you do in the games, you get pennies. And then you can spend them here, or you can go to a village, which is where we're going to be for the vast bulk of this series. The villages are places for just random little fun things to do. And each Mindcracker kind of has the opportunity. Not everybody's going to make one, but each of these villages will be made by a Mindcracker. The one that's open right now is Seth's Basketball. There was also another one, Michael's Bouncy Castle. I don't know why that's not open right at this moment. They may be reworking something. And then right here, we've got Zistau's Calamity Town. So this is my village, Calamity Town. Right now, it's just a viewing platform until I've built the terrain, which we're going to do in just a little bit. It is the spiritual successor to the Wasteland village, which I built during Season 3 of the Mindcrack server Let's Play. The Wasteland village was an idea where I would take all the sand and sandstone out of a desert and then cover everything in grass, build a village on top of it, blow it to smithereens, and then see what was left over. And I spent months making this thing for about 3 minutes of montage footage, which I think maybe that ratio is a little off, but it was worth it in the end This is going to be the spiritual successor to that, where we're going to blow things up. Things are going to, well, it's going to be Calamity Town. I think that speaks for itself. But since we're talking about the Wasteland Village, and if you've never seen it, let me show you the 3-minute little mini movie I made on the Mindcrack server in Season 3. So that was the Wasteland Village, and I wanted to show you that because Calamity Town is going to be something of a spiritual successor. However, instead of building this giant thing and then blowing it up and basically having a one-time event, Calamity Town's going to be different. Calamity Town will be always changing, always evolving. The idea is that once or twice a week, I will come onto here and build something, do something different. And so if you come onto the server, PlayMindcrack server, and check on it once or twice a week, it should always be different. It should always be evolving. The story will always be being told, at least as long as I maintain this, for the months to come. We're going to start by building some terrain. And I'm just going to say Sphere Stone 2. I just want something to attach onto. If you've never used World Edit, there's a number of things you can do with it. Main thing I want to do is just build some terrain. And so I've set up some brushes where we can do that. And we're going to start building some terrain, basically. We're going to start with just stone. And we're going to build a cool-shaped floating island that we're going to have a village on. Well, it's going to be a town, the Calamity Town. So we're going to build a cool-shaped island. Then we're going to kind of terraform it so that it has dirt and grass and water and caves and things like this. And then after that, some villagers will start to show up. Now the villagers, here's the the part that I think is the most important. The villagers are not going to get along. In fact, they're not going to like each other much at all. They're going to disagree fundamentally on what should happen. And one of them is going to be kind of like a warlock or a wizard or something. And he's going to want to like cause earthquakes and hailstorms and all kinds of, well, he's going to want to cause calamity. I guess that's a simpler way to put it. There's going to be another person who's going to be kind of like a witch or a dryad or something. And she's going to want to cause all kinds of things like swarms of locusts or like huge trees to take over everything. It's going to be basically, she wants to cause all kinds of craziness to happen through life, you know, with big trees or monsters or whatever. And he wants things to happen through inanimate or more elemental methods. And what's going to happen, one or the other is going to happen periodically, and it's going to be based on what you vote on. You, as the people who come to visit PlayMindcrack, are going to get to vote by buying items from the NPCs. The same type of thing that we showed in the lobby. We will get more into that in a later episode, but first we just need to make something cool. Let me check what elevation we're at. We're currently at right about 50 right here. I wanted to start it lower than sea level so we can have a really dramatic vertical type of island. Now you can set up brushes in World Edit. You can see I've renamed them with an anvil so I can remember what they do. So that one creates a sphere of diameter 10 made out of air so I can carve kind of caves and things like that. We just made a cave. Look at that. And then we've got one, let's see, we got a sphere of stone, 20 diameter. We can make something kind of bigger. Then we've got a smoother, which smooths, if you can see it says smooth 15.5. That is a diameter of 15 blocks all around it, which is a sphere. And it smooths 5 times. So let's just carve, let's do this. I'll just demonstrate real briefly. I'm not a World Edit guru. This is kind of, I've practiced a bit, but this is kind of my first time really using much of World Edit. I tend to use MC Edit when I've wanted to do things like this before. So I'm not the end all be all. I've just watched a few tutorials and messed around. We can use the smooth to kind of make some more natural looking terrain like this. So anyway, I'm going to get to work trying to make something cool. So this is what I've basically been doing. A combination of making shapes, then making bits of air to unmake the shapes, and then we do the smoothing tool. Very basic. We can also use the compass to move around. But very basic terrain shaping methodology. So this is what we have after a few hours of doing what I just showed you, of making shapes, smoothing shapes, rinse and repeat. We've got a big mountain. We've got a bunch of people clustered over there. Occasionally I've been teleporting people to the top of the mountain and doing random stuff, but mostly it's just been making the mountain. It kind of looks a little bit like a squid straddling like a big clam or something. But it's meant to be a mountain. It's meant to be a mountain. This is episode 1 of Calamity Town. Next episode, we're going to terraform it a bit. We're going to add some dirt and grass, some trees and plants, maybe some caves, and maybe, I don't know, like a spring and a few streams. We're going to pretty the thing up. And then after that, the villagers, who will be NPCs, who you can buy things from, they will start showing up. So let me know in the comments what you think about this idea, Calamity Town, what you would like to see, special calamities, catastrophes, explosions, things of that nature. And we will see you next time. And if you're interested in seeing changes, look up us.playmindcrack.com in your server list, or, put it in your server list, and check up 1 to 2 times a week for changes. And very soon, I won't have people constrained to this. As soon as we finish the terraforming, I will let people out to wander the land. But that's it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you later. Take it easy. Have a good day. Bye-bye.